the lip lands like in the back of your legs and it blows both your fins off. Happens quite easily. So the heat is over. Your winner is Mike Stewart from Hawaii, Eder Luciano, the Brazilian, in second, Lachlan Cramsey in third, Roberto Bruno in fourth. So Lachlan and Roberto are going to be off to round number 2. And before you go, Alex, just give us a little update on the way things have been going. I mean, you are the World Tour manager here at the IBA, and you've been doing such a good job. And man, the South Coast Crusade, the waves were amazing. We had some secret spots we had going on down there. Some of the best waves ever ridden in a bodyboard contest, and the things are going great here in Arica as well. As we take a look at our rider in yellow, it's Ryan Hardy ducking out. But how are things going in after this? We're gonna be heading down the coast to Antofagasta and then headed over to Rio. So we have a great leg of bodyboarding here in South America for the tour.
Yeah. South America's, it's really locked its position on the tour. The growth rate here is phenomenal. It's every year we come back, it's bigger and better. And my major goal is to, like I said that on the South Coast Crusade, is I want to put the best bodyboarders in the world in the best waves possible. And I'm opening the door up, and I'm trying to reach out to people all around the world and different surf locations that we can take the tour, because we're only just scratching the surface at the moment. We got plenty of spots that we want to go to. We want to get back to Tahiti soon. There's not just Chopu. There's other waves there that we want to go to. We want to try and go to Fiji. We want to go to South Africa this year if we can. We're working hard on that event at the moment, trying to get that happening. But things like Canary, like Fronton in the Canaries. That's here to stay. That event, is probably one of our best. Pipeline. And here in Arica, and these 3 events have helped build the tour to what it is today. Giving us credibility, and we're now a sellable sport.
Yeah.
And now we've got sponsors like GoPro on that, opening their eyes up, saying, "Wow, look at this," and they're jumping on it, and it's we're going full steam ahead. We're going to be the next few years, we're going to be a multi-million-dollar industry.
Yeah. It's wonderful to hear, and we're so stoked to have you running the show and having us all be a part of your show. So with that, we got a lull in the action. We're going to send you to a commercial. We're going to come back with a different co-commentator with myself, Eric Apple, here at the IBA GoPro World Tour stop number 3, the Arica Chilean Challenge 2013. 10 years we've been running it. Check out our commercial.
Thanks.
Okay, we are back. 2013 Arica Chilean Challenge. I am Eric Apple, your host, joined by one of our best riders here on the IBA Tour, Jared. You had a big win earlier. In your heat, you also had Magno Passos, as well as Bobby Quinones and George Humphrey. So 3 guys you competed against, as we see a replay right there. Look at that backflip kind of off the side wave. But you had 3 guys in your heat who are veterans and who are top guys, and you were able to come out on top. And it's got to be a good feeling, for you to skip that whole round and coming up and let those guys go kind of stress out, and you're chilling the rest of the day and just kind of watch and take it all in.
Yeah, I'm really stoked, Eric. It's actually I think it might actually be the first heat I've ever won out here, and it's probably the first heat I've never gone right in. So my strategy coming into this event was just to really try and concentrate on the lefts and try and pick them really well, and that paid off for me in that first heat. So I'm stoked with the win. And it's off to a good start.
And it's such a man, this place is just such a phenomenal backdrop, and it's almost like intimidating, isn't it? Like just everything. It's not just the wave, it's not just the rocks, but the cliffs, the El Morro up here, the big statue of Jesus, and just everything around us is it's just a heavy place, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a heavy place. It's so dry. Like it's dry, but it's gray, and like for the people watching, it might look really cold and miserable, but it's actually. It's like we're just out in the middle of the desert, and all the cloud you see is just kind of participation from the hot desert meeting the cold ocean, and it's a crazy place. I've never been anywhere like this in my life.
Yeah, well, check it out on screen. Jared Houston, Eric Apple, 10th anniversary, 2013, Arica Chilean Challenge presented by the Municipalidad de Arica, as we see on the left in red. Who is that? That's Pierre-Louis Costes, PLC, driving, coming out of the barrel.
Yeah, it's an awesome ride for Pierre there. I mean, this heat is absolutely stacked, Eric. Like, we got some huge names in this heat here. We got Ryan Hardy following up on the right after Pierre. He's driving down the line looking for something at the end of this, but it looks like it's not going to offer too much.
Pretty long ride.
Bit of a setup, yeah, pretty long ride, but didn't look like too much there for Hardy. But Pierre looked like he got off to a great start with that one. Nice deep barrel.
Yeah.
And comes out with a lot of speed. So.
Well, PLC is a former world champion.
Yeah.
And he is certainly a guy who has experience here at Arica and knows where he's going.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely one of the best riders in the world at the moment. And like you said, previous world champion. Also in the team, we got Ryan Hardy, who's widely considered one of the best, if not the best rider in the world by many people worldwide. And he's never won a world title, but he's still on tour, and he's ever hungry for that first world title. And
let's take a look at the replay on the left of PLC. Dropping in late. Man, just picture perfect. Dropping in late, driving an absolutely perfect placement as far as the barrel goes. Just the right place, right time, and that comes with the experience, doesn't it?
Exactly. I think Pierre's done this event like maybe 6 or 7 times. He's had a lot of experience out here. You can see another look, kind of spreads his legs, puts it on the rail.
Yeah, he was almost going to airdrop there for a second, and he kind of turned sideways, like you said, hooked his legs a little bit, slowed himself down.
Exactly.
Side slipped down the face a little bit, right into the barrel, and he gets a 7 on that wave. So PLC in the lead with a 9.63, followed by Ryan Hardy's 5.38. And we don't have any scores for Alan Munoz or Jake Stone quite yet.
Yeah, Alan Munoz is a really fierce Chilean competitor. He's one of the best guys from Chile. He's pretty young as well. And then we got Jake Stone from Australia, who's also a great young talent from Australia, and he's really cementing his reputation as one of the most exciting and innovative riders in the world as well. So.
Let's take a look at the beginning of Ryan Hardy's wave. That's a good sized wave.
Jeez.
Nice big open face turn, but I mean it just didn't barrel for him.
Yeah.
Now, Alan Munoz, as you were talking about, he's the first Chilean to ever qualify for the top 24 here at the IBA. Yeah. And when this event was first going on, he came here just as a spectator, didn't even bodyboard. Exactly. And he just said, I want to do this sport. And he went out there and he's doing it, and now he's competing against the world's best. And I think that's an amazing story.
It is.
To come here and watch this and go, man, that's cool. I want to do it.
Exactly.
And he made it happen.
Yeah. And just 10 years later, like most of the guys that are on the tour now, they've been bodyboarding for like between 10 and some of Mark Stewart's case like 30 years. So it's guys got a lot of experience, and Alan's really up there with the best. He's got an amazing skill, he's amazing talent, and he's the crowd favorite. Like the Chileans are really behind him.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's great to see, it's great to see the crowd here getting behind their local favorites, and what better candidate than Alan to be up there.
Oh, I think it's so cool, 100%.
So we're looking, looks like a little bit of a wave coming through here. Looks like Alan Munoz taking off.
The man we were just talking about. He was a spectator, now he's a competitor. Look at this barrel driving through, perfect, coming out, and the local crowd cheering him on. Yeah. Listen to that.
Yeah, how's the crowd just goes nuts whenever Alan takes him on a wave, and that must be the best feeling ever.
Yes, for
sure. Surfing in front of a home crowd and just hearing them going nuts.
And as the host of the IBA World Tour, I really don't want to take away from the bodyboarders or make it about me, but that this is kind of the same story with me and fighting. I used to commentate fighting. Yeah. I said I want to do this.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate Alan. Let's take a look at as a rider on the right in the yellow. Ryan Hardy again on another right that didn't offered a little barrel there. Nice. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah. He's got something. He's coming out. He's come down pretty low.
High and dry there for a second. Drop down with the barrel. So riding the wave, very good actually for what it had to offer.
Exactly.
I mean, for what that wave offered, Ryan could not have ridden it any better, do you think?
Definitely not. I mean, Ryan is his control and wave knowledge and expertise is, in my opinion, pretty much unmatched. And he just knows exactly what to do at the right time. And you could see a perfect example of it there. Yeah, PLC looked like he had another wave as well during that last wave. Pretty good barrel, pretty deep, and he comes out of that. So
man, he's gonna pump his score up even more. He already had 1.7.
Yeah.
He's gonna have another score up at least that high or higher. But as I was saying, I mean, literally when we're talking about Alan Munoz, I mean, he came here and he watched bodyboarding and he did it, and that's an awesome story. And I had the same experience with a different sport. You know, I grew up bodyboarding and riding BMX, and I was commentating fighting. I wanted to be a fighter, and I made that happen. And it's definitely not an easy thing. So you got to respect this guy. I mean, I grew up in the ocean. You grew up in the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, since I was a child, I probably swam before I could swim.
Yeah, no
so
way.
to be a teenager or a young adult, and to start a sport late, like you said, that's an amazing accomplishment, and you have to respect Alan for it.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I was actually reading up on. I see you had an interview with Riptide not so long ago, and I was reading up and getting a bit of background because I've known coming from South Africa, I've known Dre for a couple of years and whatnot, and you've been involved with 662 and Eddie and those boys, so I've always known about you and who you are, but it's great to know a little bit more, and I mean, mad respect.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to be back here and contributing to the sport I grew up with. I really can't say that enough. And speaking about the sport I grew up with, how about Yo-Yo, who's down on the beach with a man who when I grew up was my idol, and that's Mike Stewart. Yo-Yo, take it away.
And here we are with the winner of the round number 6, 9 times world champion, Mr. Mike Stewart. Mike, tell us about this, please.
Super stoked, you know. Celebrated my 50th birthday a couple of days ago, and so it's kind of uncharted territory. I haven't surfed at 50 yet, so I'm super stoked, super amped, and want to thank my wife for getting me in good shape and keeping me on the straight and narrow path.
It was a big barrel, good present of Flopos. Tell us about the barrel that you got.
Well, you know, you take off, it's basically like a big closeout sometimes. You don't know, you know, you take off. That way it's like, well, I knew I needed to get a lot of speed, so I made sure I kind of loaded up my bottom turn and just went for it. And I just went for it, and I just saw it kind of close, so I just said, well, maybe I could doggy door, but I thought I was still going to get clipped, but somehow I made it out. I was super stoked.
Amazing, Mike Stewart. Thank you very much. I don't know if you'd like to tell something to someone in back home.
Just thanks to my sponsors, Science and Gyro and Viper Fins, and thanks for John and Hugo and all the distributors around the world, Matt Daniels, all distributors for supporting the cause. And thanks you guys, and super stoked. Here we go.
Thank you, Mike. I'd like to see you here again. And guys, back to you guys. Thank you very much.
All right, so Yo-Yo with Mike Stewart, the 9-time world champion, the creator of half the maneuvers these guys are doing out here, the best tube rider in the world, and my idol as a kid. And it's funny, Yo-Yo asked him, do you have anybody to thank? He said, I want to thank my sponsors. And he had to think about it for a second, what his answer was. But Mike owns all the companies that sponsor him. Exactly. He owns Gyro. He owns Science.
Yeah.
He's a part owner in Viper with Fred Simpson. I don't know why he had to think about that one. He just thank himself.
He just runs things, eh? But like we got currently in the water, you have Pierre-Louis Costas. He's sitting down with 7 and a 7.45. So he's off to a very good start.
Correct.
And here you have him again paddling in.
PLC is loving these lefts, and I would be too. Look at this barrel section. Look at this big flip.
Massive flip.
Oh, came unglued there.
Yeah.
So, once again, a lay of the land. Pierre-Louis Costes, PLC with a 14.45. Ryan Hardy got a 7.08 on that second wave. That puts him in a second, and here we are. Jake Stone, the man who did a 720 and a double ARS in the South Coast Crusade, finding a barrel but not finding an exit.
Yeah, that was a really good-looking wave for Stoney to at the beginning, and he rode it really well, but unfortunately just pinched down at the end. It's kind of unpredictable out here at El Gringo sometimes. The reef's so uneven that you really have to pick your way so well, and even if you do pick a good one, it could just go wobbly on the end. So a bit unlucky there for Stoney, but guys are getting really busy. We've got Pierre out in front with a 14.45 total. Ryan Hardy's in second. He's sitting on the strength of 7.08 and a 3.58. And in third is Alan Munoz. He's got a 7.93. He just needs a 2.73 to go to second. So the Heat's still wide open. And Stoney's out in fourth. He's just netted himself a 4.63, and he only needs a 6.04 to go to second. So he's still absolutely wide open, but Pierre looking pretty comfortable out in front. I mean, this heat's pretty insane, Eric. Like the crazy thing is, like, it's pretty much 3 young guns, like Pierre-Louis Costas, Jake Stone, Alan Munoz, are all under 24 years of age, or 24 years of age, and then you got Ryan Hardy, who's about 33 or so, and he's trying to hold off the young guns. We got Stoney making his way back out, trying to get into position, and yeah, it looks like a bit of a wave coming through. There we got the results on your screen there, if you guys all see. As you can see, Ryan Hardy in second, Pierre-Louis Costas in first.
Look at this in the yellow.
Yeah.
That is Ryan Hardy. This is a third one of those right-handers he's taken, and he's trying to ride those waves to the best of what it has to offer. Nothing going on that one, but Hardy in second place. He has a 3.5 and a 7.08.
Here we got Alan Munoz up on a pretty big-looking right-hander. He's kind of stuck in the foam a little bit. Can he get around it? And yeah, just opting a bailout. Seems like Hardy's whole strategy in this heat is to go right, and pretty interesting. I mean, he has got himself a 7.08, which is a pretty good score. And yeah, he looks like he's sticking to those rights. So he's obviously seen something. I mean, he's a very smart competitor. And yeah, let's see what he can make of it. It looks like Pierre's out on the peak on his own at the moment. He's got a GoPro strapped to his back. Good support for the boys over at GoPro. Stepping up to support the tour this year.
And we've gotten so many questions about people asking, where do they get the strap or the mount that you guys have been using?
Exactly. Yeah, we got a bit of a priority battle there. You see Jake
PLC.
Yeah, PLC actually having priority there.
Look at this. Oh, huge forward air. Absolutely fearless is PLC with that forward air. Man, and he traveled so far.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, if you ever watch vert skateboarding, of a guy doing a big alley-oop 360 on a vert ramp. That's what that looked like to me.
Yeah, it's so far to fall. We're going to have another look at it now. You can see using up his priority there, keeping Jake off that one. And yeah, real straight, clean line.
And look how much distance he travels from where he hits there to where he lands.
Yeah, it's just such a long drop too. He literally fell.
I mean, he went like 25 feet as far as from point A to point B across.
Jeez, like that must have really hurt. Luckily, he's got a good strong board underneath him. But yeah, so he's unfortunately not hanging onto that one. But I mean, that's going to be, he's going to be a bit bummed that he didn't land that. But he's going to get it back out there, and dare say we'll see another big hit from PLC in this heat to come. But yeah, we're sitting with just under 13 minutes to go. So still a lot of time.
Okay, so Ryan Hardy got a 1.63 and a 1.38 before that. PLC got a 2.93 and a 4.75. Neither of those scores are going to matter. So once again, PLC, your former world champion, still in first place. Ryan Hardy, the Australian, in second. Alan Munoz in third and Jake Stone in fourth. We still have just over 12 minutes to go, so plenty of time for Alan Munoz or Jake Stone to make a statement.
Yeah.
Here in heat number 7. We have one more heat to go in the first round.
Yeah, exactly. And like as you can see, Eric, Alan Munoz, he's already got a 7.93, which is actually the highest score of the heat so far. So Alan's actually just needing a 2.73 to go to second. So it's just like it's such a small score. Pretty much any wave he takes now is going to get him into second place. So Ryan Hardy's really going to have his work cut out for him. He needs to improve on a 3.58 to get further ahead of Alan. And Jake Stone's still sitting out at the back, but he just needs a 6.04. So super attainable score for Stoney to get into second place. And looks like he's having a little pedal here. He looks like he is checking this one out.
Where's Stone going to go? Man, the reverse 720 that he did at the South Coast Crusade was absolutely mind-blowing. As he finds his barrel, will he find an exit? It looks like he's going to.
Yeah.
Comes out clean, and he claims it.
Yeah, that was insane. That was the best barrel of the heat so far, I reckon, Eric. Yeah.
I'm going to have to say that I'm not going to call it a claim anymore. I'm going to call it Jake Stone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
every wave, he claims it, looks at the judges. And it's funny because I was teasing him about it this morning. I wonder if he doesn't know that he does it. Because I said something to him about it, and he said like he acted like he didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows that he does it every wave. Maybe it's just to himself.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like I guess it's just you get so caught up in the motion, you know. And like you come on, you hear people screaming, you just want to just give it a little fist pump. But yeah, that was a very good barrel, and that's definitely going to get him the score he needs to go into second. Yeah.
So
there you
that's
go.
a
7.65. So he's Jake Stones. That's enough. That's moved him into second place. Ryan Hardy's now been backed into third position. He now needs a 5.21 to go back into second.
easy score for Ryan Hardy to get.
Yeah.
So the heat's certainly not over by any stretch. And I have a question for you from Ariel. He asked a question for Jared. What is your secret on landing all the big moves, especially when you do your critical backflips? You know, what helps you keep your landing smooth and soft and able to continue on the wave?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a pretty good question. It's a number of things. I think that riding the correct size board is pretty important. You know, if you're riding a small board, it's a lot harder to land those high impact flips. So I've actually this year I've actually moved up, starting to use a 42-inch long board. It's a bit more suited to my height. And then aside from that, the trick is to landing really flat. You know, if you land a bit too much on your nose, you're kind of almost gonna stop. You're not gonna land with momentum. And obviously, if you land in the tail, you're just gonna bog straight away. So it's really important to land flat and then to try and keep your core as strong as you can while remaining limber. You know, so it's a combination of things, but I would say the most important thing is definitely to make sure you land as flat as possible. That's the secret.
There you go. Right size board and make sure you land as flat as possible and help disperse your weight evenly.
Yeah. So, yeah, with just under 10 minutes to go, the current heat standings are Pierre-Louis Costa still out in front, Jake Stone in second, Ryan Hardy in third, and Alan Munoz, the local Chilean guy, he's in fourth, but he just needs a 4.35 to go to second. So he's still wide open, and, yeah, I'm excited. This is a really exciting heat. Great heat to watch.
Well, I mean, at this point, you know, here at the IBA, you know, at the World Tour events, these big events, I mean, all these heats, the GSS events, I mean, every heat is exciting. I mean,
Yeah.
these are the best 24 bodyboarders in the world,
Yeah.
bar none. This is it. And we are finally having competitions in the best waves in the world. As you see, once again, this is Ryan Hardy. Look at this big long bottom turn. Coming around the section, finds that roll.
Yeah, beautiful bottom turn.
He needs a 5.21. He may or may not get it on that one.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty close, Eric. Like great bottom turn around the section. But here we got Stoney in blue taking off on a pretty nice looking ride. He's going to look for something, sets up a little turn, trying to slam on the brakes. I reckon he's going to get something on the end here, and unfortunately just washes down. So the rides are just so sketchy. You just never know what you're going to get. And so that was both riders there, rolling the dice going right, and unfortunately not coming up with the goods. Although, let's see what Ryan gets for that. He did manage to do a roll. It was a solid size wave. I don't know if it's going to be the 5.21 that he needs. No, it's a 4.38.
He still needs a 5.21. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go. And one of the IBA fans on Facebook, Eder Cake, is, man, he's just back at Alan Munoz. I'm looking at his history messages. Wants to know what we think about him. And we think that his local knowledge is really paying off here. And it's certainly got him. It's got him, you know, through the trials, and certainly got him this far. So he certainly can't be doing anything wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Adam Munoz absolutely rips. He's super underrated, and he's a big threat in this contest. He's a big threat in this contest. And yeah, that was PLC. He took off pretty late on that last one. Really tried to scoop into it. Unfortunately, didn't get enough drive. Kind of looked like it had a bit of a wedge in it, and he just couldn't get over the back of it. But Pierre's really going for it. You know, it's crazy. He's out in front, and he's pretty comfortable. But you know, Pierre's quite a perfectionist, and I guess he just wants to get as many good ones as he can.
Yeah, he's been consistent. I mean, he has 7.45, a 4.75.
Yeah, with Pierre, it kind of seems like it's always he takes on a pretty go big or go home approach to surfing these events, and that really shows you. He's normally got a whole string of very small scores that were probably massive moves that he just didn't make, and then the ones that he does stuck, he's always got a big score for it. So that kind of works for Pierre. You know, he's got a really strong repertoire of maneuvers on him, and he knows that he can go big and always back it up if he doesn't make it. But just on 6 minutes remaining, situation still the same. Ryan Hardy still chasing at 5.21 to go into second, and Alan Munoz up and riding right now. He's looking just for a 4.35. And
Look at this.
yeah,
in the
sets
white.
it up. He's looking for a little bit of a flip ball. Yeah, nice clean flip. And
We saw that one coming. And Ryan Hardy, he's had so many of those rights. Is he going to get a left with a barrel? Look at this section offering up to him.
oh, Ryan's just, yeah, he just looks like he's having a little bit of a tough time picking the high scoring waves out there. But he's still got a lot of time. He's still got 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. So he's heading back out there. Let's stand by to see these scores for Alan Munoz. He was looking for a 4.35. He got a nice left, did a nice little ARS off the end. And let's see what the judges say, whether they think it's enough. Yep, they did think it was enough. He looks like he's got a 5.38, which does move him into second. Alan Munoz has gone into second place.
And listen to the local Chilean crowd cheering on their countrymen.
Yeah.
So let me give you a lay of the land. Still, PLC in first. Alan Munoz in second place. Jake Stone in third place needs a 5.67. And Ryan Hardy now in an even worse position needs a 6.24 to avoid surfing in round number 2. Remember, double elimination. So these guys can get third or fourth here, and they're still going to surf later on in the event. This is the 7th of 8 heats in the first round of the 2013 Arica Chilean Challenge, presented by Municipalidad de Arica as well as Tomate Surf Shop. Remember, this is GoPro. I'm sorry, this is stop number 3 of the IBA GoPro World Tour. And we are possibly going to be seeing some heats from the second round, and those will actually be real elimination heats.
Yeah.
Guys who are getting third and fourth there are done for the event, and we'll be seeing them possibly in Antofagasta or in Rio next month.
You going to Rio? Eric?
Yes.
Yeah, have you been before?
No?
Oh, you're going to love it. It's insane.
I've got it all set up. I've already called all my friends.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite events on tour. I mean, it's a new event, but I mean, last year was just so epic. It's this sick right-hand wedge in this just in this perfect little town. But here we got Jake Stone. He's currently in third place. He's looking to get back up in a second. Nice cut back into the pit. Gets down low.
Is he going to roll or flip out? Of course. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, pretty technical riding from Stoney there. Like, he kind of rolled a little bit early, fell down the face, maintained it, and then pulled straight out. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what the judges think about that one. He just needed a 5.67. So I think he's going to come pretty close to getting it, yeah.
He did that roll, landed back in the barrel. I mean, just very clean style. Nice bottom turn, trims it.
Exactly.
Perfectly into the section. Clean barrel.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see it from the judges' angle, Eric. See what they saw, but they just gave him a 4.7 for that, so not enough.
Jeez.
I guess from their angle, looking straight on, he might not have been as deep in the barrels what we thought looking into it, but still a great wave from Stoney there, and he's still got time. He's got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. So yeah, he's still looking for that 5.67, and Ryan Hardy out in fourth now, needing a 6.24. Piers just seems like he's got a stranglehold on the seed.
And he does have priority at the moment. Second priority is to Ryan Hardy, who needs a 6.24 to avoid surfing in the next round.
Yeah.
And you see him taking a look.
Opting out of that one. Looked like a bit of a closeout. Yeah, shame. I think Hardy might still be struggling with a bit of jet lag. He just got in from Australia about 2 nights ago. He's got a young family at home, you know, and he's I hope he's getting some sleep.
Yeah, it's certainly tough when you have some young ones around the house, and it's also tough when you're flying the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Under 2 minutes to go. PLC in first place with priority. Alan Munoz, the Chilean, in second. Jake Stone in third. Ryan Hardy in fourth. Needs a 6.24, and he has second priority. Is he going to possibly get one more shot to avoid round number 2, or is he going to go there and fight for his life here at the Arica Chilean Challenge?
Let's see. Let's see. Looks like a kind of small bump approaching out there.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see whether or not it materializes in time.
Well, and will PLC try to fight people off on that one?
Yeah.
You know,
I dare say it would. He's, you know, like it's all a competition, and you don't want to give anyone an inch. You never know what could happen. You know, if Ryan gets like a 9 or something now, he's if Ryan even gets a 7.3 something, he'll be straight into first place, and that puts PLC in a dangerous position. So he's going to be doing whatever he can.
Look at this in red.
Yeah, and red PLC getting a pretty deep barrel. That was a great barrel, coming out strong and rolling off the end. Yeah, that's going to be one of his better rides of the heat.
And you know, that was a man. I think that was a good wave to give up priority on.
Yeah, definitely well
40
played from Pierre.
seconds. And real quick, Fernando from Lima, Peru has a question for you, Jared, about air reverses, and what do you think is the best section to pull it off on?
Geez, Fernando, there's so many different sections to pull it off on. I mean, just before I answer that, we got a quick another look at PLC's barrel. I mean, you can see he's really deep in that thing, you know, and he comes out with a spit.
Straight away under the barrel, comes out with a spit cleanly. It's just a great roll there. Perfect wave to give up his priority on. As we are with about 10 seconds ago, Ryan Hardy doesn't look like he's going to find a wave, so he and Jake Stone, his Australian countryman, are going to be heading to the second round.
Yeah.
One more time, look at this replay. PLC, former world champion, showing you why he won that world title.
Yeah, that's a 6.78, so not in his top two, but he's still going through in first place, and following him will be Alan Munoz, the Chilean powerhouse. So bet the local crowd's going to be happy. Unlucky to Jake and Hardy, but they'll be going through to round two, and still plenty of action ahead. And there we have it. So Eric, I'm going to be stepping out. I'll be handing over to Jeff Hubbard.
All right.
But thanks for having me, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Cheers, brew.
And yeah, see you guys soon.
So PLC showing some great skills in winning that heat. We're gonna